Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. And before I start the show, and before I introduce my guest for this evening, please hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. Also, share the content on all social media platform. We're actually streaming live on Instagram as well. So you get us live on YouTube and you have us live on Instagram as well. So you know what I mean? Show some love and yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. Okay. Also the notification bell as well. Make sure you do that. Okay. So here for another panel debate show. We're gonna discuss all things doing with football. Okay, so my guest on my right, yeah, my right, yeah, on my right, would be your left, my right. Will be Brian. Good
Hey,
evening.
all.
How are you?
Good evening, good evening. Yep, very well. Well, hey, look, if I don't think about what happened at the weekend, top form. If I do, it goes downhill pretty quick.
I hear you, fam. I hear you. Also, my very good, very good Man City fan friend, Odame. How are you, sir?
Oh, you already said the word. You said Man City, so you know that means happy.
Yeah, there you go. You're happy. Good. The good thing last night. It was a good victory last night for you. Phil Foden. Yeah, he was good. I watched. I think I watched 85 minutes of it. Yeah,
Mm.
85 minutes of the game. Do you know what I mean? I mean, by that time you already had the game wrapped up. Do you know what I mean? So there was a
Yeah,
point.
I've given him a title, young Uncle Foden. The reason he's starting to get into the uncle
Yeah,
phase now
yeah,
because he's
yeah,
got the youngsters below him now. Do you understand?
yeah,
And
yeah,
he's really doing what an uncle should do. He's really showing them. Do you know what I mean? He's leading by example now. Like it's just crazy what he's doing. Like there's twice now I've seen him do this when I can't remember the game he equalized. I think it was Newcastle or Everton or what someone. He equalized and he
mm,
got the ball from the net. He's like, I'm not happy with this performance, guys. What we doing?
yeah,
Like, let's go. This is ridiculous, man. Let's go. I'm not celebrating that goal. That's an equalizer. I'm not
yeah,
celebrating an equalizer. It's not good enough.
yeah,
Did the
yeah.
same thing again yesterday. That's when I knew that this guy is on levels now.
He's maturing,
You
isn't
know,
he? He's
he's
maturing.
maturing. He's on levels now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. So listen, there was a game on the weekend, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Um, it did not go the way that I thought it would go. Do you know what I mean?
2 seconds. 2 seconds, Rods. Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
I'll
No
say
problem.
when I'm back in.
Yeah. No problem. I always thought at the end of the day it would be um, tight. I always thought the game would be tight because I said it on a few shows that I went on. Do you know what I mean? That it's not going to be so clear cut. It's going to be a tight game and such. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't think it would go the way it did. If you ask me, Liverpool were terrible. They were terrible at some parts in of the game. I didn't know what A Liverpool were doing, B what Klopp was doing. He just like totally lost it. Do you know what I mean? You know, um, and we literally made them look like they were Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? You know, and that's very hard to do to make Arsenal look like they're Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? But being all that, there was a lot of shamelessness about the situation, and I saw a lot of people in the day that sort of like when they drew against us at Anfield, yeah, and when we beat them at Emirates in the FA Cup, I see a lot of people in the day ranting and raving about Arsenal, Arteta out, these players not good enough, this and that. Then all of a sudden now they had this victory over us. By all means, at the day, if you look at the game, you can say at the day that Liverpool just wasn't Liverpool. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Um.
Apologies. I'm back. Sorry
All
about that,
right.
Rod.
No worries. No worries. You can always say that Liverpool was not Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? But they got the victory. I mean, one of the things at the day, like Harvey Elliott ended up as right back. Imagine that Harvey Elliott at the end of the day, which is by no means
Diaz ended up as right back.
no Harvey Elliott as well. Yeah, Harvey Elliott as well because what it was at the end of the day when sort of like when Trossard duppied Harvey Elliott, he was in a right
Mm.
back position.
Beat him
Literally
up.
the
Yeah.
right position. Do you know what I mean? You know,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
it was very easy for Trossard to duppy sort of like to Harvey Elliott because he's not a right back. I try that same thing at the day on. It's not working. You know what I mean? Yeah. The mere fact at the day that sort of like Trent Alexander was just letting people run past him, literally just letting people run past him, wasn't galloping back to get the ball. It was just a complete shit show. But what I'm talking about is a shamelessness that happened after it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, all these Arsenal fans coming out of the woodwork. Do you know what I mean? Saying this and saying that about Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? And saying that they sort of like, was it? There's one quote. It's like Arsenal destroys Liverpool. Liverpool's title hopes. I'm saying, so how in God's name do you work that out? If we're still 2 points ahead of you, if we're still we still top the league, we're 2 points ahead of you. So I know how it works out. But I saw a lot of shamelessness over the weekend, and even up to today, I saw it. Do you know what I mean? So I want to get your thoughts, Brian, on the shamelessness. Really,
they were at this last year. They have there's a side to them, and look, I get what this is. You got a lot of people still there, that club, that remember what 20 years ago when Wenger was there and they were competing, and they were always kind of trying to be fake respectful to Liverpool, saying, "Oh no, look, yeah, you're really good. Like, I hope if anyone challenges City, it's Liverpool." Blah 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 blah. And the second, I don't know what it is, the second they smell anything, they just turn into, "No, look, lads, Liverpool, why even bothering anymore? You're done. You're finished. You're over. Forget about it. We're back." And I don't get it, Rodz. Look, I understand some part of it, like, but it's petty stuff, and it's a lot of modern fans these days. They go straight to the keyboards after the game. They just want to get a rise out of people. But this is like, you said it started the show there. They've got 2 trophies to go and win one of those trophies first. And that this team has won absolute. This team, this manager, this group of players, whatever you want to call it, they have won absolutely nothing. There's no medals. There's nothing. They can't look and say, "Oh, we did this, we did that." And they talk about, "Oh, Klopp, has he won enough? Has he done this, that?" Arteta's had a ton of money and a ton of time. They get one victory, and that was it's going to sound like excuses, mate, because it always does. Like, that was a zombie team. They bet yesterday. I haven't seen Liverpool show up like that in a long time. 10 guys are walking around the pitch that looked asleep. I was making excuses yesterday. Today I'm worried about the attitude. That attitude stank. The whole attitude from that team absolutely stank. They didn't go toe to toe with Arsenal, but for 2 minutes after half time.
yeah.
So they bet probably the worst Liverpool performance. Okay, fair enough. Fair dues. Well done, Arsenal. But like you said, Rodz, it's what it is. I think is just a lack of success and just no patience. And we'll see where we are at the end of the season. And I don't think we're going to be. We're not. Look, I'll say it now. We're not going to be below Arsenal at the end of the season. We might not be ahead of City, but we won't be below Arsenal. So those guys, you know what I mean?
What's your thoughts on it, Anton? Oh, I'm not Anton. Young Onome. What's your thoughts on the situation?
Brief, I remember telling you, I said to you, Roz, I said, Rodz, do not let these guys back in, right? As a City fan, I told you, Roz, on your show, I said, I wanted you guys to win, even though you still stay on top of us. I wanted you guys to win so you can knock them out of the conversation, so we can focus on our title race and say, right, it's us against Liverpool. What you've done now, you've just created this noise that we now hear. Do you know what I mean? You know what Arsenal's like? They win one game, we're back. They lose one game, everybody out of my club. They win one game, we're back. They lose one game. That's not how titles are won. I mean, I keep telling these guys, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's how you negotiate your way out past 38 games. There's some you're gonna win, draw, and sometimes you might even lose some. Last season, they're on about, Brentford beat us twice. Well, you need to understand the circumstance in which Brentford beat us twice. One was the game just before the World Cup where these players are like, Even Pep was like, you know what? I allow my players. They're going to the World Cup tomorrow. You can't really tell them to run. Nobody wants to get injured and miss that flight. Right. The second one, we already won the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, history shows it beat us twice, but you need to understand the circumstance, and that's what I mean by negotiating your way in a 38 game league, as opposed to just thinking it's a sprint, right? Arsenal are always going to be hype when they win one game, right? They beat you fair and square. The mistake on the second goal, I don't know what Alisson was coming out for. Van Dijk had that covered, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
should have stayed back in his line. Van Dijk can either give him a back pass or actually go on the other side because he was actually on his left shoulder. So that's the keeper's mistake to come out. So when Van Dijk saw the keeper coming out, he obviously has to make a decision to now say, okay, he's seen something. He's coming out for something. Let me protect the ball so he can do what he needs to do.
Right.
So I'm not blaming Van Dijk for that. I'm like, when Van Dijk is looking back and seeing the keeper coming, he's like, okay, my keeper's coming to save the situation. I'll just guard it and protect it so he can clear it because he's seen something. That's why it's coming out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but the same situation happened with Ruben Diaz yesterday, and he didn't wait for Edison to come out. He just dealt with the situation. So at the same time, Van Dijk should have maybe dealt with the situation, but at the same time as well, I can't blame him if Alisson is rushing out, coming out of his goal like that.
Yeah.
I felt like Arsenal, the noise that is coming out now, all the noise of we're back, and all that stuff. That's like, this is what I didn't want. This is why I wanted you guys to beat them, so you can
Yeah.
forever end them, so that it can be 8 points for you guys, and we're obviously 6 points, right? And that would just end their title race. What you've done now is you've allowed them back into some sort of a tussle, some sort of a talk and a fight. You know, sometimes where you don't even need to talk to some people there. You don't have their time. You're not on the same level. You just go, yeah, you can't even come and talk to me. You understand?
Yeah.
What you've done is you've started a conversation with them, and like it's almost like when you're arguing with a madman who's actually mad out of both of you. If that makes sense.
You for arguing with a madman.
Do you know what I mean? Like who's actually the mad person? Because both of you, they look at both of you going, who's the madman out of these two? I'm not sure, you know. Yeah, we know he's mad, but he must be mad too because he's understanding everything. So you just allowed them a conversation, right?
Yeah,
What City did the next day is the absolute medicine for Arsenal, and that made them go. Do you understand? It's literally like we win. Well done, great play. Well done, Phil. See you next week. We got players performing man of the match performances, and the next game not getting picked. Nunes was fantastic the game before. Doku was fantastic the game before and didn't get picked. That's the competition we have on our side. Do you understand? So it's for me, it's like, you got to deal with the noise coming from Arsenal, but you guys have to say we brought it on ourselves. We did this. If you beat them or draw, like you don't lose them games or draw, then nobody will be saying nothing. They'll be like, okay, they can't say nothing to you. But right now you're giving them a conversation to have.
Yeah. No. You're right. You're right. I cannot disagree with you. I mean, I think that's kind of like what kind of pisses me off in a way. Do you know what I mean? You know, amongst the fact that it's like, I know Liverpool are capable of playing better than what they played the other day. You know, I know they're capable of that. I just, for the life of me, my friend, I just don't know what happened on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right. Fair enough. You got the victory in the day, right? Because I remember that day when we come to, once so long ago, we came to Emirates in the day with our kids and everything, that right, and knocked them out the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? So I just say, like, sometimes I just say, you know what I mean?
You don't hear them. These kind of fixtures, you just deal with them, and you just like, big teams don't even have conversations with these kind of situations. Like, you don't see City start to have. We have conversation with you.
Yeah,
that's what we have. We have conversation with Liverpool. Like, listen to when Pep is talking. Listen to when Pep talks and stuff. Listen to the guy. Pep's not a disrespectful guy, but if you know him for all these years and you listen to all his interviews, you will know how much respect he has for only Liverpool in this league. He's like, yeah, Arsenal are back. Yeah, they're coming up and stuff. We understand that. Until they win the league, then you can talk to us. Liverpool chased us. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool chased us. Like, you had grown men. Like, I remember watching that last game of the season. We went 2-0 down. I couldn't hack it anymore. I had to turn to the Liverpool game to say, this is the only way I can calm my heart rate, because I need to see Liverpool. I need to contain the monsters in Liverpool to say that they're not winning and Liverpool are drawing. The minute I turned over there, they said City has scored. I turned back again and I stayed there. Like, that's what Liverpool done to us. Like, but we'll have a conversation with you. No other team has done that to us. Like, we won the game with 3 games spare last season, or 4 games spare. How was that a close title race? It's not. Do you understand?
and
It wasn't.
considering that day, when you look at Arsenal last season, one day ahead for 287
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
287
And
days,
we never said nothing.
and they was ahead, they was on top. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, I'm not being funny today, right? I've never seen any team that's been ahead 200 and something days. It's 200, I think it was 283. Was it 283?
Yeah, 200 and something days
Yeah,
anyway.
it was.
I haven't
It
know.
was a big. It was over 250 days. Put it that way. It was over 250 days that they were top of the league. Remember because I was beating everybody in there. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
They was top of the league, right? I've never seen a team in Premiership history that's been top of the league for so long, yeah, lose the league. I've never seen it.
They broke the record, Rodz. That was, they literally broke a record. No team in English football history has ever spent more days at the top of a league in a season and not won it.
Yeah. So
But yeah, the ultimate bottle jobs.
ultimate, and you know what it is, and they're just doing it again. They're doing this again, like you know what I mean. Like yeah, we're in this and that and rare because you won one of these games. 1 second, my friend's coming. Yo, Antonio, how you doing? I think he's having problems. Well, he's gonna sort it out. He'll sort it out. I'll remove it for the time being. He sorts it out. Yeah, so I've just never seen it. You know what it is? It's just shamelessness that gets me. I mean, you know what it is? I'm not even bothered too much about the loss of the game. You know what I mean? These things do happen. You know what I mean? These do happen.
It's your second defeat of the season. That big deal.
Yeah,
big deal, guys.
Yeah, so it does happen. You know what kind of bothers me in some sort of way? It's a shame is that it's all these people at the end of the day that sort of like were cussing off Arteta, saying Arteta's this and that and everything that. And Odegaard's this, Saka's that, Martinelli's this, Martinelli's that, and everything that. And then all of a sudden you're giving them praise. You're giving them praise now, saying they're the best things to slice bread. Northside at the end of the day, right? Northside at the end of the day sort of like couldn't find anything good to say about like his team. You know what I mean? Yeah. Talking all Portuguese and everything, cussing off the actual sort of like team and that, yeah, and Arteta. Do you know what I mean? After Sunday, he's changed his tune, you know. He's changed his tune after Sunday, you know. The man's
Is that really angry guy? He's got long. I don't know. Northside, really.
Yeah, Northside.
He's got like a ponytail or something.
Yeah, brown skin guy with a
ponytail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very angry one, to be fair.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That man there in the day was cussing. That man like him was cussing off the team.
Of course.
That rare. But you ain't saying that now, though. You ain't saying that now. You know what I mean? Tony.
That's what I mean. I wanted you guys to just silent them because now you've kind of given them something to talk about, and it's almost like now it's like a, who's arguing with the madman? Who is the madman amongst the two now? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, when Liverpool go about their business, when we're going about our business, like we know how these title races go, and we know where the titles are won and lost and stuff. So for me, that game should never have been lost. Should have at least drew that game. What was wrong with Nunes? Did he have a foot injury or something? Because I felt like he should have started that game.
He got a bang on the foot in the previous game. He got a heavy kick on the foot, so he just kind of, on the adrenaline, he just played through. So after the game, it was in a lot of pain. So I think it was like if he'd had an extra 24 hours, the pain might have gone down a bit. But that was it, man. That was really it.
So I thought it was strange that it didn't start. To be honest,
messed up the whole right hand side. Like we had to take Bradley out, but that's fair enough. And we had to take Szoboszlai out.
Yeah.
And then because Nunes didn't play, we had to rejig the front line. So we had a brand new right hand side. Gravenberch doesn't play there normally on the left.
Yeah.
We had to make a load.
Szoboszlai was a miss as well.
Yeah. As soon as I saw the team sheet, I had to look at it and went, "There's something wrong here." I knew there was something wrong. Because I didn't know Szoboszlai was out because I'd been busy and I just saw the team. I was like, hang on a minute, what's with that team? Doesn't make sense. Why is Gravenberch playing there? And then I saw
Gravenberch. I thought, oh,
yeah, it's nowhere near a first choice, and it kind of showed a bit. But I'm not making excuses for it. Like that was literally 11. There was 11 shells sitting on the bus, man. There was I guarantee you, there was 11 people still sitting on that bus because they didn't show up on the fucking pitch. I'm not that like that is. You're right. It's our only loss, our second loss this season, and you'd have to take like I take four losses in a season. You're probably still going to be okay,
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
someone goes and does a mad one, and it's
Yeah.
Arsenal away. And I can accept it. I can accept it all. But I can only accept it if we go there and we play and we get beat. We just walked. I mean, honestly, like if you watch, I would not watch that game again because you'd just be screaming at the kids. What are ye doing? Trent probably maybe not fit. I don't know what you think, Rod.
I don't think it was fit enough. I don't think it was fit enough. But obviously, Bradley wasn't there.
The thing is about Trent. I've been saying this for a while today, right? Trent is not a right back. You know what I mean? And it's pointless. It's pointless putting Trent in that position today, especially against a Martinelli, right? Martinelli, or so like even an Odegaard, or even a Trossard. To be fair, it's pointless being in that situation because what it was last time when we played them in the league, we played them in the league, I think, and Martinelli was dealing with what was it, the FA Cup? I think it was the FA Cup. Yeah, it was the FA Cup. And Martinelli and he was dealing with Trent. You know what I mean? As he did in the last game. Yeah. As soon as they brought Conor Bradley on and everything that, right, they had to substitute Martinelli. Conor Bradley was dopping him each and every time. Because what is it today with Martinelli is not with Conor Bradley. What he does in there, Conor Bradley holds his position. You understand what I'm getting at? He holds
He's
his
a good little player.
He doesn't go wandering around upfield and everything that trying to score or trying to pick the perfect pass. He holds his position. And that's what you need in games like sort of like when you're playing Arsenal. You need somebody that holds their position and does the defending. Trent doesn't do his defending. The reason why Trent, you know what I mean, no disrespect to Trent, because I love the fella, yeah, and I think he's great, yeah. But one of the reasons why his position had worked for a long time was the fact that today he had Henderson to cover him. Do you understand what I'm getting at? So when Trent goes forward, Henderson will drop into in his spot. Yeah. Then obviously when Trent comes back now, he'll run back to his spot. But what it was with Henderson today, after a while, he couldn't do that any longer because he was, he's running out of feet, legs. You know what I mean? He's running out of legs and that. You know? So that's when you start to see the deficiency of Trent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. When Szoboszlai come in and Szoboszlai literally and they was doing the same thing. Yeah. Running back, running forward, running back, running forward. That's why the first, for instance, the first 6-7 games of Szoboszlai being at the club, he looked great, yeah? But then after a while, he didn't look so great because it was sort of like telling on him. Now, the difference was, and Dave, in the game at the day against Chelsea, at the day where you had Conor Bradley again at the day at right back, and then obviously Szoboszlai is playing the 8. You see a difference at the day that Szoboszlai was able at the day to do what he normally does for Leipzig, and this is what we bought him for because he gets forward and everything that gameplay and all that. He was able to do that because he didn't have to worry what was behind him because Conor Bradley had that covered. Do you understand what I'm getting at? And he even scored a goal to boot. You know what I mean? Yeah, because he didn't have to worry about it. Yeah. When Trent is playing it, when Trent's playing, it kind of like reduces the game. Konate's the same. When Trent's playing it today, right, Konate's game goes down because Konate today has to do 2 jobs. He has to cover his part and he has to cover Trent's part because Trent goes wandering. Like you see the other day, right? Konate didn't look too good in there because he's doing 2 jobs. Do you know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question, yeah? Was Robertson fit enough to start and give you 60 minutes?
I think so.
Okay, so what I would have done yesterday, I would have played, or the other day, I would have played Gomez right back because he's actually a good one-on-one defender, and play Robertson and say, give me a good 60 minutes, son.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I've said exactly the same thing as what you said. Now, when you look at a game, when I look at that game, yeah, the players are to blame, yeah, and Klopp's got a lot of that blame as well, yeah. He's got a whole lot of that blame because what he done at the end of the day, which was like unforgivable at the end of the day, is I don't know if it's 60 minutes or 70 minutes. He's taken off Gomez, which was one player, and that was having a good game, yeah. One player, good players having a good game, yeah. He's taken him off and put Thiago on. Why would you do such a thing? There was no need for that.
Was that not when he was chasing the game now?
Huh?
Was that not when he was chasing the game?
Yeah.
There's about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, he's chasing the game at that point, so that's understandable. But I'm talking about from the start. If he played Gomez right back to say, because he's actually a good one-on-one defender, and he plays Robertson with his energy, because those two would have handled the two wingers better than a fit Trent does not handle Martinelli. So why do you think an unfit Trent can handle Martinelli?
Exactly my
It's a
point.
no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So he made a mistake there, obviously.
The thing is about it, right? The thing is about it is this. Harry Redknapp in the day, right? Yeah. I rate Harry Redknapp, right? One time at the day, sort of like when he was manager of QPR and he's come to Anfield and we're playing at Anfield. And I think there was 2-0 down in the first half. You know what I mean? We beat them 2-0. And we was literally all over them, beating them 2-0. The second half we come on and they come out, he brought on more defenders. Yeah? And he just kept on bringing defenders. Yeah? Any substitute he done, it was a defensive minded defender. So in the end of the day, we won 2-0. Yeah? They asked him about it. You know what he said? He goes, listen, at the day, right? If you look at the first half and the base of the first half, we was getting done over. We was getting done, yeah? I thought the most important thing at the end of the day for me to do, right, is not concede any more goals. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So then I went defensive because he goes, you know what Liverpool's like. You know what Liverpool's like at the end of the day. When they smell blood, you know what they're like. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? So what I'm thinking is this with Klopp at the end of the day, right? You're already 2-1 down, and it was from a mistake. It was from a mistake. Yeah. You're not playing well. Yeah. You're not playing well. By all accounts, the team's not playing well, right? Yeah. Don't you think the most important thing at the day for you to do at the day is not to concede any more goals? Do you know what I mean? Just solidify what you got. What you can lose in 2-1, take that and everything that right, and get away from sort of like London and rebuild again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, that's also the captain's job. In game, that's the captain's job to say, "Oi, sit in now. When they see the pressure is coming as well, it's also the captain to recognize things like that. The manager can't do everything for them. They have to make decisions and do stuff on the pitch as well. You understand? So that's also down to leadership as well to say, boys, for the next 10, sit in. Like if someone like Kevin De Bruyne say, boys, for the next 10, just keep the damn ball, right? The whole team is going to listen to him. You understand? And they're going to keep the damn ball. Do you understand? So it's also the captain's job to actually recognize moments in the game where, the plan is not working and he needs, because at the end of the day, when he concedes a goal, it's the defenders they're going to blame. So he needs to get protection for himself and say, listen, I need you to sit in now, right? Sit in with him. Don't go nowhere because we're getting exposed here. Do you understand? So the captain also needs to recognize that and call it in game as well. So yes, Klopp has made a mistake and stuff like that, but on the pitch as well, leaders have to take responsibility for certain situations as well.
No, I get you. But the only problem, sorry.
So I just want to say, I get what you're saying. I get it's not in our DNA. It's not in our makeup to do that. I don't think it is because they flashed up. Now we all remember. Obviously, myself and Rodz will remember. At the start of the season, every game we played, we went 1-0 down. We just had this thing where every time we played, we gave up the first goal. Good goals, stupid goals, lucky goals, whatever. But we were going 1-0 down. Get your money on that in the bookies. So we then had a position where we have the most points won from losing positions this season. 19 points we've won from games that we were losing. So they have that. That's their way of playing, is to try and get back. And I agree. Yeah, maybe at some point you just lock it up and you go, it's 2-1. But then you'll have other people who say, look, I'd rather get bet, 4 and go for it than get bet too. So it's, I suppose, it's whatever way you look at it. But I just think he didn't have the players, he didn't have the options. Like, I gave him less blame than any of the players, because if you look at our team sheet, if you look at our bench, he basically picked what he could pick. There wasn't a huge amount of other options out there. All of those players, to a man, didn't perform. Like, we were doing a ratings yesterday. I don't think anybody got above 4. And but
Yeah,
also,
one's giving, you know.
but also, yeah. Also, remember, there was another team involved where it's like, it's easy. Not, I'm not saying, oh, it's easy to say this, but you know, it's easy for a team like City to say, right, boys, it's keep ball for the next 8-9 minutes. It's not as easy to go to Arsenal and do that when they don't want to let you do that, and when you don't have maybe the quality, you know, the technical ability of some of the City players to just say, no, 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 we're taking 5 minutes out of this game now and killing it by keeping the ball. Arsenal did that to us yesterday, but we were showing up a little bit because everybody that came on did less than nothing. You know, like Gakpo, Nunes. I had, like, my pet hate, Rods, you'll know this, is whenever a team is playing and they're losing, the best player in that team is always the guy that's on the bench. So do you know what I mean? There'll always be fans saying, "Oh, if we'd started him, we wouldn't be losing. If we bring him on, we win this game. If we'd started him, we would have scored goals." Doesn't work like that. So it's, oh, we should have started Nunes yesterday. So they bring on Nunes. He didn't get a kick for the ball, Barry. He didn't hold the ball.
He got one kick.
But we do have to give credit. We, like, I see Tony is in the chat there, and he's having his fun.
Tony's a fool. Wait, I'll get to Tony.
But give Arsenal props. All I want to say, give Arsenal their props, because we didn't go and we didn't just get bet 3-1 by Palace or Nottingham Forest. We went to one of the bigger teams, one of the better teams in the league, away from home, and we lost. It's props to Arsenal. Props to Arsenal is all I say. And Trossard, I think Trossard deserved that goal. People are saying that's an Ali mistake. It kind of is. But Trossard made that goal just by pure determination. If Luis Diaz had scored that goal that Trossard had scored, we'd all be saying how brilliant it was. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, that never should have been allowed to happen. Never should." Like, sometimes it's just a good goal and it's a good bit of skill. And again, Ali's never getting megged like that again. Virgil is never making a mistake.
Do you know what it is, Brian? I mean, to be honest with you, props to Arsenal and stuff like that. Yeah, I will say that. But you see what it is at the day, like, if at the day, so like Liverpool want to sort of like say, right, you know what, and they want to, you know, they wanted to sort of like go out in a blaze of glory, I can understand that, but you don't take off one of your best players and bring on a player and that's hardly played in the games for about nearly enough a year.
He hasn't played since March. Yeah, so you literally a year in terms of football.
Yeah, he hasn't played. It's near enough a year. You want to say like 11 months. You know what I mean? 11 months that Thiago hasn't played football. So what you've done at the day, you've taken off one of your best players all season, all season, not just sort of like in the last couple of games. One of your best players all season, and you brought on a player at the day that sort of like hasn't played for 11 months. Do you know what I mean? So he has to take some of the blame there. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying at the day, so like you could have done something, and you probably could have done something. Having at the day sort of like Gomez still on the pitch. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, I just didn't see. I just didn't see the point in it. I mean, and then like another thing as well, right? Harvey Elliott at the day, Harvey Elliott was at right back at the same when sort of like Trossard duppied him and from that. Harvey Elliott was at right back, and I'm not being funny at the day, right? You know what I mean? Harvey Elliott at the end of the day, say what you want about him, he's no right back. He never will be, never be a right back. He's no right back. So something like that and everything that, right? All right. Let's say at the end of the day, sort of like, what can I say? Sort of like Saka. Let's say Saka at the day was at right back. And then, you got like, Nunes that duppies him and and scores, yeah. You would expect at the end of the day that to Nunes at the day to get past Saka. You would expect that. Do you know what I mean? In fashion too. Do you know what I mean? So he's done that. Do you know what I mean? I just think at the day that number one at the day, right? That was atrocious. That was an atrocious performance. That was really atrocious performance.
From top to bottom.
From top to bottom. And you know what? Klopp has to take some of the blame. He has to take some of the blame. Do you know what I mean? Because he could have started like, you know what I mean? Like what we said, he could have started in the day and said, look, put Gomez right back, yeah? Right? Put Gomez right back and put Robertson in the day as left back, yeah? And he would stick Trent in midfield. He would start Trent in midfield, didn't they? So you know he can get like the passes and this and that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, even do something like that. But what you've done this is what sort of like kind of pains me. What you've done at the day is that you know at the end of the day, yeah, that Trent is not fit, and you're putting him up against somebody at the end of the day that he's had trouble with anyway. He's had trouble with this guy. He has troubles at the day with the pacey, skillful wingers. He has trouble with them. He had trouble with your boy. What's his name? Doku. He had trouble with Doku.
It's a good battle, that.
You know, he had trouble. He has trouble with these people. So really and truly, I don't see the logic at the day. It's number one, you know he's not fully fit. Yeah, but two, you're putting him against Saka. Not Saka, Martinelli. When you know at the day, Arsenal at the day want this game. Because if Arsenal win this game, as Olamide said in the day, they start that conversation again. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? I just don't see. I don't fathom it. I think that's what sort of like kind of got me in the day. Is that you, Klopp, you hand gifted this game to them. You've literally hand gifted this game to them. You've handed them the initiative. Because when they look at it, when Mikel Arteta at the team sheet and he saw Trent as right back and right back, he said,
well,
yes.
Trent was nowhere to be seen. When remember Martinelli's skin in Canate nearly giving everybody else a heart attack? Do you remember that? When Martinelli just flew past. Trent was in a different postcode, man.
I know that's what I'm saying. And the thing is about
nowhere to be seen. You couldn't even see him on the screen. Like when they pan the camera, he's not even in picture.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let me read out some of these comments before they pile up. Arsenal fans are doing the most now, only to end up trophyless. Big up, Jid. Big up. 93% top of the league champions. Yeah, they were 93% in that season. Big up, Dougie. Big up, Dougie. I hope you're a young one, new addition to your family. I hope you, your wife, and your young one are all well, my friend. Hi, Roz, Brian, Uncle Foden. Hope you are all well. Big up, Dougie. Big up. Big up. Hey, Doug. Let's come from Brian. Let's get the next one in. Dougie says, "Hope you are all. Hope you are good, Brian. That's Arsenal performance was woeful." I think you might be talking about us, innit, really.
Oh yeah, the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Doug's a family man now. I just want to reiterate what Rod said there. I hope Doug is a new young family that he's concentrating a lot on. Yeah. He's taking a bit of time out of YouTube, and it's good to see him back there now. So yeah, what you said, Rod.
What did he have? A girl or a boy?
He had a little girl.
Good, great. I must give him a shout. Give him a shout. Give him a call and everything now, and just chat with him still. You know what I mean? I spoke to him for ages. We actually haven't lost a game with 11 men yet this season. Yeah, that's true, you know. True.
That's neither here or there comment. We're not really looking deep into it like that. My thing is right.
Let me finish some of these comments.
Sorry.
I just don't want to pile up. You know what I mean? Like sometimes do. I'll let you speak straight after. Trust me.
Yeah, cool.
Tony's like LOL. Tony, that's funny. Tony's another one. It's shameless as well. You know, he's shameless. You know,
he's the worst of shameless. He's the worst.
Oh man,
he's the worst of shamelessness. Tony put the S in shameless.
Yeah. He's shameless FC, you
know. His name should be S at the beginning, not T.
Explain it. Was it Rodz explaining his life? Huh? Don't get you. Probably only more deluded thing. I should have got him on the show tonight so I can gas him up.
Oh boy, you don't want him.
No, gas him up. I always gas him up when he comes to my show. He knows better to ramp with me. Trust
I
me.
think he might be fired up today.
Yeah, he knows better to ramp with me. Even when they have a good victory, I'm always ramping. I remember I told him last season and day, yeah, when I was winning all the games with the Phillies, he said, "Yeah, we're gonna win league, do this and this and that." And I said to him, "Listen, the race is not for the swift; it's who can endure it." I told him this, you know. I go, the main thing will be at the end of the day, if you could come to Anfield and get a victory at the end of the day, yes, I would say you're on your way to winning the league. If you get a draw or you lose anything that, you ain't winning the league. And what happened? They got a draw at Anfield, yeah. Drawed a couple of games after that, and that was it. Man City, they went to Man City and they got beaten 4-1. It was over, mate. It was over for them. Do you know what I mean? Smash the likes up. Tony says, aha, Kieran. Kieran says, big up the guys. Haha, Kieran, you can't make this up. Big up Tony, mate. All the stars out tonight for my guy. Lots of laugh. Okay. Sorry, what was you gonna say, Odeme? What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, obviously, with all the fact, you guys fucked up. You guys allowed them back in the conversation now. As you know, it's a marathon. It's your second defeat of the season. Brush it off your shoulder. What's next? What is the next 5 games for Liverpool? Because I know our next games. And what happens with the league is, this is the reason why people say, oh yeah, City start picking up from what City does is they put everybody to sleep from about late December, early January. When they arrive in March, it's been 14 games won already. And that's when people are waking up from sleep, right? So I've looked at our next, before the last 2 wins, I've looked at our next 7 fixtures, right? And I'm like, they're all winnable games. So our next one is your Everton at home. You got Everton home, Chelsea home, Bournemouth away, and Brentford back at home, right? So those next 4 games are maximum points. People were saying to me, when I told them the last 6 fixtures, they're like, oh, Brentford away is a tough one. I said, listen, that is a popcorn game for me. Since when am I ever going to be afraid of Brentford away? Like, since when? Ivan, who? There's just certain fixtures you just got to be confident in your team. If you watch your team several times play, you just got to say it with your chest. Since when am I going to be afraid of Brentford away? Like, for what reason? Because the whole country is bigging up Ivan Toney. I don't give a absolute monkeys. Do you understand? You have to deal with a Man City team who there's only one football on the football pitch, and we have it 74% of the time. You tell me what you're going to do with the 24%, because we're going to come. The keeper was man of the match for the first 30 minutes. And after that, it's like, again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We can't give you man of the match for 30 minutes. You still consider 3 goals. Do you understand? So in the next 5 fixtures, what does it look like for you guys? Because our next 5 fixtures, we're winning them. That's what I'm saying to you.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I mean, we've got
Burnley next.
We've got Burnley next, and then we've got Brentford.
Luton.
Luton. No, that's postponed, isn't it? That's postponed. Luton game's postponed.
Sorry, that's the cup final weekend. Yeah, sorry, that's the cup final.
That'll be game in hand. Do you know what I mean? So then we've got the cup final. Do you know what I mean? And then
we're playing Brentford and City soon after, because we play City, as you know, Oddy, and we have Brentford around the same time. We have who else? We've someone I've forgotten. I had it in front of me there a minute ago. And can I just ask, because I know this is a wider football kind of panel thing, just because you were talking about Ivan Toney there, and when he came back, it was 3 games ago, was it?
Yeah.
And Jamie Carragher, I remember, I didn't watch the game now, but I saw the report afterwards that Jamie Carragher was on Cocons, and he said if it didn't matter what had happened, even if he only came on for 5 minutes, Ivan Toney was going to be my man of the match today. And I was just like, what the hell is this guy? Like, I think that's disgraceful. Ivan Toney broke the rules. He knew what the story was, and he broke.
Simon Jordan is right.
You know, like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, what the hell is Carragher talking about? It's not like his parents got killed in an accident and he took 6 months off.
Oh, Jesus, thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, it's where the hell is this What is that attitude for? That's just
But
telling people.
he's not being apologetic when he came back as well. It's not like I'm sorry for breaking the rules or what. No. He's saying the
I'm
game
leaving
took
my
away
club
from
in
me.
the
Now
shit.
I'm back. I'm like, dude, you
And the
was
first
found guilty for
interview,
the betting scandal. Like, what the
yeah,
hell? You should be humble.
his
And you're
first
talking about,
interview
oh, you're a
back
bigger club,
talking about
come for me.
leaving Brentford. His first interview back is like, oh yeah, I see myself maybe at a bigger club. It's like,
Do you
oh, come on,
understand?
man. Holy hell,
Do you
this is the club
understand?
that left you in the lurch, or you left them in the lurch for 6 months with no
Honestly,
striker.
like this is why I don't rate. This is why I don't rate. They glorify that kind of behavior and want to praise this guy like he's going to really do something against City, bro. This is City you're talking about, bro. Like, come on, man. We've dealt with the best of the best out here. Like Ivan Tony, who like was playing championship. I'm not disrespecting the man or anything like that, but there are levels to this shit, bro. Do you understand? There are levels to it. Yes, he scored against us before. Yes, there is a past. Everybody has a past. You understand? But I was never going to be afraid of going to Brentford and thinking, oh, yeah, no, like you got to own it sometimes and say, we are who we are, and we're the big club, and we're going to come here and we're going to do what we need to do. Do you understand? And you do it, and you didn't see City running around celebrating yesterday like we won the league. No, it's business as usual.
No,
Next game, guys, get your rest. Get your rest, guys. Next game, let's go. Get your
No,
rest. Get your rest. So this is nine victories in a row in all competitions, right? People not even noticing that the winning run has already started. They're waiting for March or whatnot. It's already started. So we win on Saturday at 12:30, which we are gonna win. We'll go top of the league, right?
you got Saturday.
We got Everton at home on Saturday, 12:30.
Do you not think, you know what I mean? You know, obviously I'm not downplaying what Man City's been doing this season. I'm not doing that. But do you think that could be potentially a hard game for you? Because like Everton are fighting for points at the moment and stuff. Do you reckon that could be a potential hard game for you? You know what I mean?
Let me break something down here. I think I've told you before. Let me break something down. So when I played, right, when you get the fixtures in pre-season or whenever, when you get the fixtures, there's something that every club, I don't, maybe clubs will not admit that they do it, but they used to do when I played, right? The manager and the team go through all the fixtures together, and they mark the fixtures, which one they see themselves potentially win, draw, difficult game, or whatnot. So there's a lot of fixtures they tick there as win, right? Now imagine if that's still done. Imagine when teams are marking that fixture against Man City away at the Etihad. Throughout 2023, they never lost, right? It's now February this year. Do you think there will be a lot of teams that will mark that fixture as a win at the Etihad? There won't be a lot.
No.
So Everton, in my opinion, wouldn't even dream of or even mark that fixture as a win. So what then happens is the manager is thinking of the next fixture. We're fighting a relegation battle. Nobody expects me to pick up points here. You know, are we playing Tuesday night? Are we playing in 3 days? You know what? I'm best of resting a couple of my big players because this one is a write-off. I don't want to waste their legs, and we've got a Burnley the next week. Everton are down the dumps right now. Honestly, I'm giving them absolutely no chance in this game. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, we are hungry. We are ready. Like, our bench right now is full. Like, is literally full right now. Like, you got players like Doku coming on, Nunes waiting in the wings, Kovacic here, tap me in. Like, all these players are there. Like, only Pep Guardiola would find a way to play Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Alvarez in the same team, and then have Haaland on top. Like, what the hell formation was playing yesterday? I have no idea, because Kevin De Bruyne, I saw him on the left wing, right wing. Bernardo Silva hugging the touchline 1 minute. Next minute, it was deep line midfielder with Rodri. So it's right now. It's just the team knows the team knows what they need to do so well, and that Etihad pitch, they know every grass. Like, I'm not giving Everton any chance. Not with the form we're in. Not with the situation at hand right now. Like, the time has gone past when all of you guys should have created a gap and be allowing us to chase right now. You didn't create a gap. You've been faffing around and messing around. Now we're on form. Now all the players are back fit, and you tell me Everton are going to challenge us?
No,
please, man. I'm buying a popcorn for that game.
No. You know what it is at the end of the day. I get what you're saying at the end of the day, but like what it is at the beginning of the season, you don't know where you're gonna be when that game happens. You know what I mean? So you could literally at the end of the day say, right, you mark it down and like say, well, look, we'll probably lose. We're going to lose at that game. Yes, they mark it down as we're losing for that, but then the circumstances changes at the end of the day when they come out of that game, and it could be a situation where they say, "Well, look, all right, you know what? Then we need to win this game, so we're going to go out there and give 100% at the day, right, to this game, and to win this game. They're not expecting us to win. They're not expecting us to come out to win, but we're gonna do that. So the circumstances could change, and that could, in some respect, swing into Everton's favour. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but throughout the season of like a 38 game season, throughout that season, sort of like circumstances change. As Arsenal at the end of the day, yeah, they found out when they was ahead 93% of the season and all of a sudden, the circumstances changed at the end of the day, right? Where they got a draw against us, Then it was drawing against sort of like West Ham in the next game. They was lucky to get a draw from Southampton, bottom of the league, Southampton. Do you know what I mean? And then those 3 games at the day, right? Literally at the day, just said, "Yeah, City go through." You know what I mean? City goes through because we wasn't challenged. We was not that season and we was not challenging at the day by any shape or form. Do you know what I mean? That was one of our best seasons. However, I still think at the day winning the title and it's still going to be between Liverpool and Man City. I still think it's going to be like that because I just don't think at the day Arsenal's got the minerals at the day to kick on and win the title. I may be wrong. Yeah, I just don't think at the day that no matter how close it is, because you know what it is, isn't it? This is what they call a title race when it's close in the day. Yeah, yes, you're in the title race, but can you get over that line? I can't see Arsenal getting over the line. I'm sorry. You know what it is? And I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, Man City, I've got experience at the day getting over the line. Liverpool, I've got experience getting over the line. Is this team that Arteta got experience getting over the line?
They haven't, because obviously they haven't done it before.
Exactly.
They haven't.
So what happens at the day, it comes down to experience and knowing what to do, when to do, and what time to do it. You know what I mean? It comes down to that and everything that. So when you got 2 heavyweights at the day, right? Yeah, that are used to challenging each other. Yeah. B, used to getting over the line. Yeah, because you've got a line and we've got over the line. Yeah, right. When they're used to doing that and everything that, right? Where does it leave a team at the day where it's all new to them to get over the line? Where does it leave them? If you've got 2 of them heavyweights battling at the top and everything that, where does it leave Arsenal?
Yeah, but if you marry that, Rodz, with a manager who's in the same scenario, this isn't a pop at Arteta, but it is a pop at Arteta, right? The guy has never won anything. This is his first job in professional football at the highest level. This is his first management job, and he got given the Arsenal job. Whatever you think of that, that's up to you. If you're an Arsenal fan and you think that it's fine for your club to hire a manager who's literally never managed any team before, but done some coaching under Pep at Man City, if that works for your club, fine. But if you have a team that's never done it before, and you add a manager that's never done it before, then I don't rate that as highly as, say, you have a team like Liverpool who may not have won it, but you bring in a serial winner as a manager, someone who does know how to win titles. That you can add that to it. It takes. I'm not saying it cannot be done. I'm not saying a team that's never won a league cannot win a league with a manager that's never won a league. I'm just saying it's a hell of a lot more difficult because when you've got players, you're in that scenario like Anna was talking about there. These points where you get to in a season where, okay, something's just gone against us. What do we do? You need a manager that can say, "Well, I'm going to oversimplify this a lot, right? Just to make it easy." You need a manager that can sit down and go, when I won the league with Real Madrid 2 years ago, we were in second place and we got and we did this and we did this, and then we came back and they're like, okay, so you won the league. Yeah, we won the league because we did this, we changed that, or then we got to the Champions League. Like we got to a Champions League final because we did this. Arteta doesn't have those, the depth to back it up. Again, it's fine. You got to give new managers jobs and you got to give them chances.
Of course, yeah.
I just don't see where you can turn it. He's not Ancelotti where you got a group of 6 players going, right, this isn't going well, but that guy knows what he's doing. That guy has the medals and the titles to back it up. Arteta doesn't have that. So there's a lot of experience there. So when it comes to the crunch,
Yeah.
They don't have anything to really fall back on. And again, this is Mikel Arteta. It's not Patrick Vieira. This guy's not an Arsenal legend. One of my very best mates is an Arsenal fan, a massive fan. He lives in Ireland, and he has a kid now, but he used to spend a lot of money going to watch Arsenal things. And so he knows his stuff. And I asked, I asked him about Arteta. He's like, yeah, he wouldn't be an Arsenal legend. He's well liked. He's not seen like I always thought of, when I think of Arteta, I think of Everton first. I don't even think of
Yeah.
So it's not like he's a returning hero and all that. It's not like Stevie G goes back in there. It's all, to me. It's a little bit low rent. It's a little bit cheap. It's a little bit pound shop. But it's got a little bit gold plating on it because it's Arsenal. All these marble halls and all of that crap. But it costs a lot of money. But it's still a lot more substance to it.
You know what isn't there? You got no minerals. What is Tony's firing a shot at you? Tony's firing a shot.
Let me answer that question.
No, hold on. I've been read it out. But came with the same energy and got smashed at the Emirates. Easy, brother. Easy.
Okay, so this is what I say when I say they don't understand that it is a marathon and not a sprint. You beat us at the Emirates, but you're still 3 points behind us. So hold that victory then. Because last season, when it mattered the most, you lost twice, and those were the deciding factors, right? Yeah. When it matters the most, that's when I don't go about bragging for beating you personally and stuff. I go about winning championships. That's what I do. I don't do personal battles. I don't do, we smashed Arsenal. I don't do that. There's no 3 points that is more than 3 points. It's just another 3 points. It's just another 3 points, bro. So I don't go, we smashed Arsenal last season and we beat you this season. Bro, that was their first victory in 8 years. Hold on. You know when you're driving through a one-way system, and we've all done it. You've gone on a road where you don't really know, and you're driving the wrong way on a one-way system, right? And you're the only person driving that way, and everyone's like, turn around. What are you doing? Yeah. That was that victory. 8 years. You're driving through a one-way system one time. Bro, what you don't realize is they've told you to turn around. So normal service will resume.
Take your time, Squidly. Me a ride bike and you ride bicycle and you lead me. Watch your roach gully corner. Squidly. Fully salt, you pussy clot in a ear. Too enough, man. Squidly. You alright? Where the bicycle?
Sorry, I had to play that for Tony. you know when you said to like the one-way thing.
It's a one-way system. Yeah, you're celebrating the one victory in 8 years. That is what you call shameless. If there is any shame in your life at all, one victory in 8 years. Deep it. 8 years, not 8 months or eight Haribos or 8 M&Ms or 8 freaking Snicker chocolates. 8 years, my G. Like, you realize that your child, if you had your child by that time, your child is almost an adult. Your child's going, "Hey, daddy, what's for dinner, mate?" And that's 8 years, mate. Come on, mate. Please allow me with that, Tony.
Deep 8-year-old, man. Your 8-year-old got deep voices, man.
Your 8-year-old got deep voices these days. You know what I'm saying?
I said, Tony says, Arsenal will have to mark it as a win at the Etihad if we want.
Yeah, they will.
That title. Not rolling anything out. I will just keep shut until the Etihad game.
He definitely won't.
Be shook. They're not winning the Etihad. Sorry.
But the thing is, this is what Pep says, right? This is the thing. Pep says, if you want to win the Champions League, it used to be Barcelona before. You're going to have to beat Barcelona at some point. He said, now it's Real Madrid. If you want to win the Champions League, you're going to have to beat Real Madrid. You mean if you want to win the Premier League, you're going to have to defeat City to it. This is what it is. Like we're the benchmark. Like that's where we belong. You finish
Exactly.
above us. You finish above us. You're winning the league, pretty much.
You know, Arsenal.
Because Pep is only finished third or whatever in his first season. So come on, man. 5 titles out of the last 6, bro. Please pipe down. We due some time off. How about that? We due some time off, but nobody seems to want to even win this thing. So we're just gonna just cruise and just do what we're doing. But we due some time off, but nobody wants to take it. So guess we just win it again then.
You know what it is at the day? I always say this at the day, right? You know what I mean? It's not over yet. You know what I mean? And like, I expected and they sort of like we would have a glitch along the way. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't expect it was going to be against Arsenal and we're going to play so bad. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's
So
the thing.
I just think that it's not the want of not wanting to win the title, because I said this at the end of the day, right? With the fact and day that sort of like, you know, Liverpool's changed a lot of things in the team there. We probably haven't got no right to be where we are, being that it's made so much changes of that. But yes, we are where we are. Do you know what I mean? And what I've always said in the day, when people ask me about, oh, do you think you're gonna win the title? Do you think you win the title? I've said to them, turn around to listen. All we got, well, I know I can only speak for myself, is all I've got at the moment in the day is hope. Yeah. When it gets to like March and April time and we're still at the top, then that turns into more belief that we can get over the line. Do you understand what I'm saying? But at the moment, and there is always going to be hope. I ain't not Arsenal sort of like Arsenal man. Then would say, well, look, oh yeah, we're going to win the league and this and that. And then you at the next, listen, the 11th hour and you flop. Imagine that you flop. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, they just started rejoicing at the day, right? They're rejoicing at the day that they beat Liverpool, which they haven't beat Liverpool at the day since the time we won the league. That's the last time they beaten us at the day. The time that we won. Remember we won the league and everything that, and they beat us in a game that didn't matter because we really won the league by that time. There, do you know what I mean? And so they beat us in a game that didn't matter. That's the last time we beat us. That's probably about 4 years ago. Literally about 4 years ago, and that was at their ground. I think it was at the Etihad. That was at the Etihad. That's the last time we beat it. Since then, at the day, right, they've got battered from pillar to post. We probably scored about 20 goals past them. Since then, do you know what I'm saying? So
I like playing Arsenal. I always look forward.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So like,
always look forward.
I still think at the day it's the league at the day it's going to be between Liverpool and Man City, and it's going to be closer than from that, right? And there's probably no telling who's going to win it. Do you know what I mean? You know?
I'll say this, right? I'll say this. We're going to win our next 4 fixtures. I'm confident about that. If you win your next 4, right, before we play you guys, I think we'll play you guys on the 5th or 6th game. If you win all your games up until you play us, if you win all your games up until you play us, and we win all our games up until we play you, right? Arsenal are going to drop points before then. So what would then happen is we're going to be 1 point behind you still, or 1 point above you.
We're going to have a game in hand, you know that?
No, you're not.
We are.
No, we got a game in hand on you now.
No, we're gonna have a game in hand as well because we got the Luton game that that's got postponed.
Well, that will even us up then because we got a game in hand now.
So that will even us. So really and truly, and then we could be level on points.
No. If you win all your games and we win all our games, we're gonna be a point above you. Like you've dropped a point now, so we're gonna be a point above you when we win on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? So when we win on Saturday, we'll go up. We'll go a point above you.
If we win our game on Saturday, you still got a point. What are you on? 49 points.
Yeah, you're on 51.
So you will go on to like 49,
52.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll be on 51. I will be level on games.
No, but if we win our game, we get 3 points, don't we?
Yeah, and then we're gonna have a game in hand again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we still got that game in hand, regardless, right? So
Rob, I just checked Rodz. You know, like so this game that's coming against Burnley, that's game week 24, right? That Luton game, that's been rescheduled. So in what is game week 25, we play Luton. So we're playing Brentford on the 17th of February, and then we're playing Luton 4 days later on the
No, we're not
21st.
playing.
No, that's been rescheduled. No, Rods, it's on the 21st of February.
It's on 21st
7:30.
February now.
Yeah, it was rescheduled. It's in game week 25 now. So Liverpool at home to Luton, 7:30, 21st of February. It's a Wednesday night.
What, 4 days before the cup final?
Yeah, and 4 days after we play Brentford at 12:30 on the 17th, and then so 4 days later, it's Luton at home on the Wednesday night at 7:30. So that's that blank that was rearranged. So then in game week 26, we won't play. We'll have a blank week. Man City will.
Yes, we were.
And that's when we'll catch up our game in hand.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we'll be
that's
playing
what
the cup final, and
Yeah.
City are playing.
That's a bit shit, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you play Bournemouth. That's the week you play Bournemouth. We're not playing that week because we're playing the cup final. So yeah, they crammed that Luton game in only yesterday. No, Saturday. Saturday they announced that Luton game had been rescheduled for game week 25. So it's a quick turn.
What
So
was that game supposed to be anyway?
it was the Luton game. Do you remember the guy had the problem on the pitch for Bournemouth? He had a heart attack.
Yeah, but what?
There was a game postponed because of that, and they had to replay it. And so Luton didn't. We should have played Luton. Yeah, it's something to do with that. But like, there's a load of teams that have double game weeks and blank game weeks.
I thought they postponed it because it was so close in a day to sort of like the cup final.
No. That was before. Yeah, no, they announced that on Saturday that it was going into, because I watch out for the in fantasy football.
Right.
So it came in as a double game week there on Saturday for Luton. We play our double game week is Luton and Brentford.
Yeah. So
yeah,
what it does in Infinity, it just makes it the game and day that we play against you guys and it just makes it all the more sort of like exciting. Exciting then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is Salah back by the time he plays us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's back. He might even. I wouldn't be surprised if he's even back at the weekend.
Because Thiago, this is why I thought it was strange. I saw Thiago on the bench because he wasn't supposed to be back to the Brentford game. Do you know what I mean?
Salah's rolling and he's doing. He's pretty close. If not this week, he'll be back for the one after.
He'll probably be back for the Brentford game or
Brentford, yeah.
Or a Brentford game or the Luton game.
You missed him on Saturday.
Or Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday. Yeah.
I don't know because we played other teams without him. We done well. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but Salah Zinchenko is a mismatch.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, I just think at the day, no matter if we did have Salah, yeah, probably been the same outcome because we just played
like that, yeah.
I'll tell you what it'd probably be. It would have probably been 2-1. Probably 2-1. I just think
3-2. Yeah, like we might have gotten that.
I think Arsenal will have, because it's just the way that we was playing that day. Yeah, we was just horrible. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was an off day or whatever. It was just horrible, and they just handed the ascendancy to Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? He just handed the ascendancy to them. But
let me throw a question to you guys. Yeah, it's about Arsenal, right? And I asked this question in the group chat earlier on, and I want your take on it. All right. So Phil Foden, all right, 23 years old, decorated with 16 trophies. In the next 2 seasons, he's gonna make that 20 trophies easily, minimum 20 trophies.
Is he still only 23?
He's 23, yeah.
Yeah. He's a youngster.
So, he's 23 and he's got 16 trophies to his name. By the end of the next 2 years, because it's a 2-year period I'm counting here, next 2 years he's going to have another minimum 4 more trophies. He's going to be on 20 trophies. Hella goals, 74 goals and counting for City right now, right? Already on the big box already. Like that's why my name is Young Uncle Foden, right? Because he's actually turning into a little bit of an uncle right now because there's youngsters that are below him right now and he's leading by example, right? My question is this, right? At what point do Arsenal fans give their blessing and say, you know what? Hold tight, Odegaard. Hold tight, Bukayo Saka. You can go and find yourself trophies. If in the next 2 years, Arsenal don't win any trophies, are they going to begrudge these guys for leaving to, say, City, for example, to go and find trophies? Because at the end of the day, when they finish their careers and they take that famous picture that they all take, and Phil Foden is surrounded by a minimum of 30 trophies, all different shapes and sizes, the other ones look at their careers and go, one FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? At what point do they then let these guys go and say, because at the end of the day, it's the club's responsibility to win these guys trophies with the signings they make. You hear players say all the time, you hear Mbappe say, I want to see who the club sign first before I sign a new deal. If the club is not ambitious enough to sign good players, I don't want to stay. I need them to be ambitious enough to sign players. So at what point are they going to call for the club to say, are you ambitious enough to sign good players that I believe is going to compete at my level to win trophies? Because the likes of Cedric, the entertainer, Suarez is still in their squad. The likes of El Neni, right, is still in their squad. Belly dancer El Neni is still in their squad, right? So at what point are they going to now allow these guys to go free and go get trophies?
You know what it is? You know what it is in the day, right? As I say, first off, I'll say full respect in the day to Phil Foden for his achievements. Do you know what I mean? His achievements. It's a very, very, very amazing achievement. What he's done at his age, right? If you're looking for sort of like, if you're looking for someone at any sort of like accommodation or anything like that from of that nature for an Arsenal fans, you've been waiting for a long time. They still would not admit at the end of the day that sort of like this Phil Foden and day is special. You know what I mean? And it's special than probably any of our players, like us, like Saka, like Odegaard, like.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying join him and win trophies. Don't waste your time with Arsenal. They're not winning trophies for you.
Are you asking? You're saying like how long do they wait, or how long is it? I think you were saying like at the start is
Yeah. How long do they wait?
Before
how long do they wait?
Yeah,
and will the fans forgive them?
They'll be waiting forever because at the end of the day, what it is at the end of the day, sort of like people like Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli are not on Phil Foden's level. They're not even on Man City's level. Do you know what I mean? So
no, Saka would be. Saka would fit in nicely.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that day. So like, let's talk from like an Arsenal point of view. I just don't think at the end of the day, sort of like they can achieve at the end of the day what sort of Phil Foden achieved. You know what I mean? You know, as if you're talking about them coming to sort of like Man City and joining Man City at the end of the day, yeah, it'd be a good move for them. It would be a good move for them because at least they win shit. Do you know what I mean? You know, they ain't gonna win shit where they are now. No matter how long Arteta's there, do you know what I mean? And no matter how long at the day, how many times at the day he gets this odd victory over the bitter rivals, they are not going to win anything with Arsenal. So really and truly, if they was to join sort of like come and join Man City and everything that, right? Well, boy, at least they win something.
Would the fans be mad after 2 years?
I'd say 2 years. I'd say it'd be different because with Odegaard, if they win nothing this year, and don't forget Odegaard's already been at Real Madrid, he probably won't go back there. If he said, and he's a little bit older, he's not old, but like we had it with Gerrard. I never begrudged any player wanting to leave to win a trophy if it looked like
Gerrard wanted to badly.
Oh yeah, like the Chelsea thing. It's just that it was Chelsea. But I think the Odegaard will get a lot more leeway from the fans than Saka would because Saka is their main guy. So I think if Saka, like they should be looking at him. But I mean, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd have PTSD now because he spent the best part of about 5 years just randomly just taking their best player every season. That's all you took Nasri, you took Clichy, you took Adebayor, you took someone else from City or from Arsenal. It was just like so anytime that City kind of they catch
the Clichy,
Kolo Toure, that was the other. Like if they Kolo Toure.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think they'd forgive Saka. I don't think they'd ever really accept Saka jumping ship, even though I think the players themselves, to look at it from that way, I think Odegaard probably 2 years, Saka, year and a half, 2 years. I mean, they can give him 350 grand a week all they want, but like you said, we had it with Liverpool for so long, and we still have it because it's not as if we're just piling up trophies every year. We're doing pretty well, when we're having cups, We're not just. It's not just. We didn't just win one league. We got a Champions League, and we won four cups as well. So that's a pretty good haul for any player to go, look what I won at Liverpool. But yeah, you've got players going away on international duty, talking to these other guys, and it's like, hell, man, I know for a fact that my boss likes you, and we're building a hell of a team here. Look, you're at a good team, but are you 2-3 years away? Can you wait 2-3 years? Liverpool, we have a tiny little bit more comfort because now it's they're our rivals, don't even talking. But they're very poachable. They're very takeable, and Saka
very takeable.
Good enough. He's good enough. You said it, man. I think he gets in your team. I don't know how. I don't know who you drop.
He gets into our team because his temperament as well. He's got this City temperament. He's calm. Even when they do the crazy celebrations, he's calm. He doesn't over celebrate like that too tough. He's got this City temperament. Like he could play for. And Odegaard. The reason I mentioned Odegaard is because I'm thinking of in 2-3 years' time, De Bruyne is 35. What's the closest thing I can see to a Kevin De Bruyne replacement per se? Because sometimes when you have a king, you don't value a king, right? Right. Odegaard is a bad boy player, through balls, whatnot, and that. But it's the way they play him.
I wouldn't be surprised if the City people aren't thinking the same as you, man. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they aren't thinking exactly the same thing that you've just said.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Look at him there. Let him sit there at Arsenal, and when we need him, when we're ready, boom.
We'll go and get him.
We'll give you Jesus and Zinchenko for now to grease your palm to show that we're friends. But when we come for them guys there, you gotta let them go. The only way Arsenal keep those players, in my opinion, if they win the big trophies. Because you cannot tell me that for 3, 4, 5 years now, they don't win any trophies. They're competing and not winning any trophies. At some point, they're gonna have to look at it and go, hang on, bruh, I'm gonna have to think twice here because
they're not just. I just said it. They're on international. They're not just on international duty. These boys are literally mates, texting each other, WhatsApping each other all the time.
Of course,
they know what the crack is. He's there. You don't think Phil Foden isn't sending? Hey, I don't know if he's mates with Saka but whoever it is that he's mate with at Chelsea or Liverpool or whatever. Send him a few pics from a dressing room afterwards with a trophy.
Of course.
Could be you, mate. Could be you. Could be you.
Of course.
You know what it is? Do you know
this players talk.
You know what it is though? You know what it is? I literally can see Odegaard out the whole lot. I can see Odegaard going the most there.
He's very pep player. Very pep.
Very pep player.
You know what it's about? Do you know what it's about Odegaard? Yeah. What people don't realize, well, probably do realize. You know, I don't really want to sort of like belittle people's sort of like intelligence, but I feel that Odegaard is a Pep Guardiola player. He definitely is a Pep Guardiola player. More than what Saka is. Because you think about it, yeah? When you look at sort of like Saka, the sort of, styling thing, Pep Guardiola's got that. You know what I mean? He's got in Doku, because Doku's like that. He's got in Doku. And, you've got that new youth coming through, Bob. Yeah? Right?
Yeah,
he's got that in him. Do you know what I mean? But he hasn't got a KDB. He hasn't got a KDB. And I could see Odegaard being that KDB player. And I could see
Odegaard has got dangerous balls. Did you see the pass? The pass through for the 1-on-1 with Kai Havertz as well. He just knocked it easy. He saw the pass before the ball came. I've argued with Arsenal fans before, and they go, "Yeah, Odegaard has been shit this season." I'm like, put some respect on the guy's name. Like, you man's just criticize for no damn reason.
Yeah, but
what's wrong with you?
Odemay, make them keep on saying that, and then
I know. I said, keep on saying that. Let him hear it.
Next season, what's up, Man City?
I said, let him hear it. We'll come for him. When we'll come for him, listen. Fabian Delph was the captain of Aston Villa. When City came calling, he gave that captain amber to the manager. He said, "Hold tight, bro. Hold tight. Someone else can wear this. Someone else can wear this. Don't worry, I don't have to wear it. Someone else, hold tight, hold this captain number. So it doesn't matter whether it's a captain or there. What? Listen, City come calling and whatnot. And in 2 years' time, he hasn't won any Premier Leagues, and he hasn't won it, bruh.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. What it is at the day, what people got to realise at the day, right? When it comes down to it, people are going to think about their careers, not about how much pretty football they can play with your club, not how much at the day you can pull the camera out and take a picture of the crowd and whatever. They're going to think of their careers at the day. And if they're not, because ask me this at the end of the day, right? Ask me this. Do you think Arsenal will win anything this season?
No.
They only got 2 trophies left. Champions League and the league.
The 2 hardest ones to win, and they're not winning.
They're not going to win anything this season. So that's another season they're going trophyless, right? Next season and day, right? When teams like your Man City strengthen, Liverpool, they should have a new manager by that time. So they're going to strengthen new tactics and blah, 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 blah. Man United might strengthen it, and they because you're already talking about he wants money and that, yeah, right. And then Newcastle going to strengthen as well. You know what I mean? They got money to do that. Chelsea and Chelsea is not going to want to finish 10th again. Yeah, right. So they are going to get rid of the manager, have a rejig around and stuff, right, and go for sort of like top 4 and whatever. Yeah. So next season now, can you see Arsenal winning anything next season? I'm saying all that. Can you see Arsenal winning anything next season?
No.
We know how Arsenal is. So we can't. So then you can't see Arsenal winning anything this season, which you can't. We can't see anything winning anything next season.
Not a major trophy. They could easily win an FA Cup. But
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. They might change the narrative a little bit and take those competitions serious next season.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, isn't it? Do you think people like Odegaard, Saka, yeah, even let's throw Martinelli in there, right? Do you think they want to settle for League Cup and FA Cup? Don't you think they want the league and the Champions League?
The fans might, because you can nail it as a sign of progress, because we have been saying they haven't won it. So if they do a cup double, the fans can say, yeah, that's a good season. It's like very few teams ever win a cup.
But the fans are not humble enough to want to take that. The fans will tell you, I want the big trophies. I want the big trophies. That's what they will say.
But the player, it won't satisfy the player. It might,
it may be good enough. Yeah, it may be good enough for the fans in the day. Yeah, it may be good enough for fans. But I don't see it being good enough for Odegaard and Saka and them people there. Not after being at Arsenal so long and believing in this manager. He said,
when the offer lands, man, when that offer lands, they'll say all they want, right? We've had it here, haven't we? We love Liverpool. We love the manager. Next thing you know, there's a phone call, and now you have a very different player on your hands.
Because there's certain clubs that come calling that you don't want to miss that phone call. When a Real Madrid come calling, for example, don't miss that phone call. Do you know what I mean? And Man City is starting to enter that kind of bracket now where you know you're guaranteed 2 to 3 trophies every season. You're guaranteed at least minimum 2 trophies. So when they come calling and you look at your career and you go, I'm 24, I'm 25, I'm 26, I haven't won anything at all. If I go to City and play the next 3 years or the next 4 years, I'm guaranteed to end my career or whatever with at least 4 to 5 trophies. Do you understand? Look at Erling Haaland. Come to City, right? I think he only won 1 trophy with Dortmund, the cup. Come to City in his first season. Look how many trophies he picked up, even individual trophies. Do you know what I mean? Even individual, he picked up 5 trophies, even in 1 season. Do you understand? So when certain clubs come calling, you just have to go, you know what? Think about it properly. And Odegaard is not one of their own. I said this about Kante when Kante was at Leicester. I said this about Kante when Kante was at Leicester. When everyone's going, oh yeah, I said, bro, Kante don't even know how to spell Leicester. He's not one of your own. If Chelsea come calling, he's going.
Stop that.
He ain't got time for your nonsense. Like, what are you talking about? Kante's not from Leicester. He's looking at the kebab shop going like, oh, I'm sure there's another kebab shop in like he's not one of their own. Like it's not. Do you know what I mean? He's going. These players are not loyal. So Odegaard, It's a stepping stone for him. I'll just come here for a little bit. Show the world what I'm made of.
Oh, and just to throw it in there, when we talk about talking, what country is Odegaard from?
It's from Norway. He come back and play Erling Haaland.
Denmark.
No, Norway.
He's
He's Norway's captain.
So is
He's
Haaland.
Norway's captain.
You sure?
Erling Haaland's partner.
Oh yeah. They're both.
I'm talking about Odegaard.
Odegaard is Norway's captain.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about that?
Yes.
Well, don't tell me him and Haaland don't have their own little group chat.
Okay then. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that Haaland is not sending messages. If Pep wants him, don't tell me Haaland's not sending messages going like,
a direct line to the kid.
Bro, listen. When we got Akanji, Haaland texts him. When we got Akanji, Haaland texts him. Akanji, there might be a chance here. Yeah, I'm interested. Boom, boom, boom. They ask Haaland, what's Akanji like? Yeah, he's good, you know. Boom, he was here. These players talk, you know. They're not like FIFA where friggin' they don't speak in the FIFA game. You know what I mean? They're human beings, you know.
You know that guy Akanji, Akanji really used to play for Dortmund. Every time I hear his name, right, it just kills me because you know what it is? Akanji, is a typical, I'll say it again, is a typical African name. You could not become from, you couldn't be anybody else but African with that name Akanji there. Do you know what I mean? Every name. But listen, guys, I'm going to wrap up the show now.
Yeah.
It's been great, man. Mate, anytime. Listen, I love when you come on the show, man. I love when you're on the show because
it's all blessed, bruv. I'm mad at you guys, though. I'm mad at you, man. I'm mad at you. I warned you. I told you. Don't let these guys in. I told you. Don't let them in.
You know, I listen. You know, last time when come on the show and he was talking and that. I remember you put me on the spot. Yeah. I was telling my brother about that. I was killing it. My brother was laughing as well. You know, he goes, "Fair play." He was right though. You know what I mean?
Brian, let me ask Brian the question. Brian, would you say, because I got Rodz the other time. Would you say you guys have been tiptoeing? You have been hiding. Yeah, nobody was talking about you, but I've been here screaming, watch out for Liverpool. Nobody's talking. You guys are just doing the honest, oh yeah, we're humble. Yeah, we're not doing nothing. Don't worry about us. All of a sudden, you've only lost one this season. You're top of the league. You're 5 points clear. You can't fool me.
Yeah, you got us out, man. We were tiptoeing. And I was saying I was full on. I'm there. I was in camouflage. I was in the bushes. I was tiptoeing. I was keeping quiet, moving real silent, not making any noises, no rustling sounds in the bushes. You know what I mean? Just get to the top. Yeah, and don't let anybody notice. Don't let them see you. And you just get up there. Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying. And then boom.
I know exactly.
And then boom. You know when the light comes on? You know when the light comes on in the garden, all of a sudden you trip it and there's a boom, it's on you. Oh no, here we go. Everyone knows now. Yeah. Got caught. You know you're spot on, man. Spot on.
Emotional damage.
You know what got me? Rodz tried to do a show with me and not talk about Liverpool on top of the league. I said,
I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out.
I said, Rodz, before you go, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Don't do that. Man, trying to hide. Talk about other clubs. Man, Rodz trying to do a show talking about West Ham and playoff. Yeah. And Torquay United, Ipswich United. I'm thinking, Rodz.
Ice hockey, Mongolian football, anything.
Yeah, talk about the African Nations Cup.
Stealth tactics. It was stealth tactics.
Brian, imagine that the day, that was the game. That was a show. I tried to get out, I tried to get, he dragged me back in by the collar of my neck, you know. He dragged me, nah. You ain't going nowhere. That was so funny. Listen, I was laughing so much. That was so funny. I thought, I know what you're up to, Donovan. I know exactly.
Come on, man.
Fair play, though. But you know what? Today, right? You had to talk about it. And what it is at the day, one of the reasons why I never talked about the title thing was the fact that today I didn't want to be that kind of like Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? That sort of bragging and boasting and saying this and saying that and that, and then at the end of it, you lose it. Do you know what I mean? See, at the moment now,
he was humble with it. That's fine.
I'll be humble because if let's say it today, right, it might turn out we might win the title, and then again we might not win the title. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that the moment and day? It's made the best man win. Is that true? Made the best man win. Yeah.
That's if there's anything we can teach Arsenal fans that they might want to learn, it's don't celebrate too early.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, look, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, if it doesn't go our way, yeah, right, people can come back to me and they can't say, well, you said you're going to win the title. You said this and say that. Because I said, look, click me up and everything that, yeah, and you'll see at the end of the day, I said that we got hope. I didn't say we're going to do it. We got hope and everything that. And I've never, like, bigged it up, you know, to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, what it was at the end of the day, in this season, what I wanted to do and everything that, right, you know what I mean? I wanted to remain level-headed. Yes, I was burning inside, and I wanted to say, yeah, I'm going to do it. But I just said, you know what? Be level-headed and see what happens. Take it game to game to game.
You're a guy that's learned from the last 5 years. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is.
And the thing about it, I was talking when Man City at the end of the day came to Luton at the end of the day, right, and played Luton, and I was doing a student there and everything like that. I was talking to like a lot of the Man City fans, you know what I mean? Nice guys, quite nice people. In fact, I talked to a lot of them, and like, you know, when they sort of like sit, they goes, "Oh, what team you support?" Goes Liverpool. Goes, "Oh, listen to that." And I said to them, "Goes, listen, but you know what? At the end of the day, we have made the Premiership at the end of the day more exciting.
Yeah,
more exciting." And they agree because that's true. We have some memorable battles over the years for the title, and he goes like, "That's how it should be." You know what I mean? Even they talked about the time at the day. What you talked about, the one with when we was playing Wolves and then you was playing Aston Villa. They talked about that. He goes, and he's like the whole season. He's like, "Fuck, Liverpool gonna do it." Now we're back on top again. Nah, Liverpool's gonna do it. It was like that, and that made it exciting. Do you know what I mean? So one could only hope at the end of the day for sort of like another season like that, because whoever wins that title deserves to win that title. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not getting it by default. They deserve to win that title because they've actually worked hard for it. So if it's Man City, they deserve to win it. They worked hard for it. If Liverpool, they deserve it because they've worked hard to get it. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And it's something at the day they obviously need to tell, like, show the Arsenal guys at the day, right? And as I always say this at the day, the race is not for the swift. It's who can endure it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, and you don't win titles in January. Them man are running down the sort of line. I'll tell you, running down the line, trying to celebrate in front of the cop and everything like he's won the title, like he's won
the third goal and the 3-1, bro.
Yeah,
calm down.
He's going on hype. He's going really hype. And I think to myself, brother, after all that, as Drifty said, after all that celebrating, after sort of like what they did after the game with Odegaard with the camera and all them sort of thing there, after doing all that, you know what? You best win something substantial this season, because at the end of the day, right? You literally look like mugs, especially at the day if we pick up food trophies at the day. You lot will just look like mugs, because all I'll say to the Arsenal.
Well, let me tell you something though. See, after the celebration and doing all of that, City were just there watching YouTube Nigerian movie, going, "Yeah, we've got a game tomorrow still." And then the next day, they go away and they beat Brentford 3-1, and they go, "As you were, please."
Yeah,
as you were, mate.
And I have to say, as I said, I watched 85 minutes of the game, and they're beaten convincingly. Right, guys.
74% possession. Yeah, we're done.
You've done it. Right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, and I'm going to shout you again. We'll do it again, all over again next week. Tony's got a little thing here. What's Tony saying now? Wretch. Tony's saying,
that's what he always says.
It's your Alan Man City. Yeah, I'll come down a minute. Give me a second. Indicted will stand, and Arsenal will shock. Oh, God will humble you.
It's so sad they have to rely on that though, Tony, to want to win the league. Yeah, but it's cool.
He's calling us salty.
We'll take our punishment. Listen, the most I see from that, I'm not expert, I never speak on that, but I can't see them relegating us. Points deduction, we missed the Champions League for one season or whatnot, not the end of the world. It's all good. Do you know what I mean? Our achievement I wanted to achieve, which is to win the Champions League, we've already broken that duck. You understand? So we miss the Champions League, get a transfer ban for frigging 1 or 2 transfer windows. Do we really need a transfer window? Don't think we do. We got youngsters waiting in the background, Tony. Like, we got youngsters for days. We got frigging the Phil Foden set of 24. Then we got Cole Palmer sets, who's just left now. Then we got Oscar Bob set and Rico Lewis, 20 years old. Then we got another set below that, Sohu and Hamilton and them, man, the 18. So we got players for days. Don't worry about that, man. We're good.
We got Rami. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll shout you, and we do it again soon, very, very soon.
Nice
Brian,
one, Adam, mate. Nice one.
thank you very much for joining
Nice
me.
to meet you, Brian.
You too, man. Really good.
I knew you guys get on still because like every time Ollie Man's on the show, he always spread the vibes. And Brian,
Yeah, he's funny though. He killed me with the camouflage in the bushes and all that. I know that's what you guys are doing as well. He killed me with that. Just to confirm, that's 2 Liverpool fans that told me that now. So I was right. That confirmed it to me. I love that. I love that.
oh shit, that was funny actually. That was funny. Camouflage in the bush like some sniper, you know.
Bruv, not trying to show face.
You know
Not
what I
trying
mean?
to speak. Bruv, man's like Judas Iscariot. You support Liverpool? No, I don't. Who's Liverpool? Where are they in the league? No, I don't. But underneath his shirt, he's got the full key on.
I know it.
100% guilty.
Guys, I'll speak to you guys soon.
Thanks, God. Go do your business, man.
We
Take
got
care of
everybody
it.
in the chat. Peace, love, and respect. Peace.
It is, man.
Oh, dear.